You got that? Boom, down. Be on our toes. Okay, very good. You may now sit down, smile. Not good enough, not good enough, smile. Okay, so ladies, I've been thinking about this. Too much inspiration. Too much inspiration, too much love, too much change. We're going to be working on something hard today now. I want everybody, and this is the not being serious. By the end of this class, everybody has, this is very hard. You got to find 3 words, okay? It's just 3 words that you're going to take with you and work on the whole year. 3 words, and everybody can choose 3 different words, but everybody's going to share. And everybody doesn't want to share, you don't have to, but everybody's going to share at the end of the class which 3 words they chose, and it can be 3 words that were not stated here. It might have come up to you in your own mind while we're doing this whole thing. The whole point is a little change. That's all, a little change. So what is Joyful Zerizus about? I really highly suggest this book, Rabbi Zelik Pliskin, Taking Action to Do with Zest. Learn the joyful art of Zerizus, okay? This is about being zealous. It's about taking action, but not just, oh, I have to take action. It's really about, it's taking action with joy, okay? And some people say, I'm not really, this is really to counteract laziness, okay? But some people here are very active. They're very, very active all the time. They can't really call themselves lazy. They're very active, but there is no such thing as somebody not being lazy. Even the person who nonstop works and nonstop moves, they might be lazy in making goals. If you ask them, what did they do today? I don't know. I know I did a lot of things, but I don't know what I did. You know, if you ask what they accomplished, they don't feel accomplished. Why don't they feel accomplished if they worked all day? Because everybody has an area of laziness that they have to think about. What might that area of laziness be? Okay, so I just want to start with the beginning of time. Okay, with Adam Arishon. And when Hashem said, Ayeka, where are you? He didn't really answer. Okay, he was really lazy in the answer that he should have given, should have been, I blew it. I'm here, I'm sorry. Quick, very quick. I'm sorry, I blew it. But he didn't do that. He was like, I don't know. He didn't really answer that question, okay? But when Hashem calls Adam Avinu to do the Akedah, he says, Hineni, here I am. So right now, we're going to practice this. I want you to think of a mitzvah you don't like to do, which might be not necessarily a mitzvah, but it is a mitzvah, ironing or something. And Hashem is calling you, and he's saying, I want you, my precious daughter, to do this mitzvah. Now, in 2 seconds, if you get up and say, Hineni, I'm serious, okay? Think about it just for 1 second, something you don't like to do. Okay, now, get up, up, stand up and say, Hineni. A little higher. Okay, now, they should just know the motivation. Thank you, you can sit down, we'll do this again later. The motivational speakers say you have to have some kind of emotion. It has to do with taking action. Hashem says, take action. Taking action is a statement, and an action says, Hineni. When you say Hineni, you're ready. Okay, now it might not, now this might be the word you might choose, Hineni. This is the word that Rabbi Tzemriel chose for her organization, okay, of Kiru. Hineni, no, whatever you need me for, I'm here, Hineni. And once you say it, it means you didn't think it all out. Like, what does that mean? What does this project mean? What does this action mean? Can I really do this? Can I not really do this? Hineni. Then you have a lot more energy to do what you want. So this might be the word you choose. It might not be the word you choose, but you might want to use this on a regular basis, like, my dishes are waiting. Hineni. Okay? But you should just know, it causes you to have energy, okay? By the way, I don't know if you've ever seen Rabbi Eli Stefanski, who's now this really, big in the Daf Yomi, 30,000 people are listening to Daf Yomi. And he says, Rabbi Sai! And they all, and like they're ready. Like I said, Rabbi Sai, and they go, They all have to say before they start that class. Now, what's the whole thing saying? Right? It means I'm ready. I'm ready to do this class. So I'm ready to go here. So you just have to add a little word or something. It sounds like ridiculous, but it's not. It really isn't. You say, or hineni, or I'm here, or there's another one. Yes. Okay. Yes. I have to go do this mitzvah to get up at 6 a.m. Yes, I'm ready. Okay. It might be yes, I'm ready, or just yes, with 3 markers. I'm ready. So this is really important because this is something that they talk about all the time, because really what keeps us from growing is that we sometimes either we don't know what we're supposed to grow in, and that means we were lazy in trying to think about it. Okay? We were lazy about thinking about what's my problem, or what are my values, or what do I want to work on this year. Very active, but we were lazy about doing the specific thing of choosing a goal or something like that, or choosing to find out what's my trouble, what's my difficulty. Why am I having so much difficulty with kavanah and davening? Why am I having so much difficulty with the language? Why am I having so much difficulty with opening up the safe? Why am I having? We didn't try to figure it out. We were lazy about figuring it out. So then you would just say, hineni, get in the book. Okay? Or I'm so tired to say Kriyat Shema in the bed. Yes. You get up, you get the book. Okay? It's very easy, it's really quick, and it might change your whole life, because Zerizus is really involved in every single area of your life. In the physical, in the spiritual. And you're thinking, something, let me just give an example of what he talks about. This is Orchos Tzadikim. This is ways of the righteous as opposed to path of the just. Okay, this is ways of the righteous. And so Orchos Tzadikim, and he talks about Zerizus. I'm just going to go a little bit into that, and we'll go into some more things that we could do. Is right. We said when Avram got up in the morning by Ashkein, he got up early in the morning. Okay, why is Zerizus so important? It says it is a very big midah, and it is actually the ornament of all the midos. What do you mean the ornament of all midos? It means you're at Shemaim, fear of God, you have to have Zerizus. It means if you're working on not being jealous, you have to have Zerizus. How am I not going to be jealous? And what am I going to do about not being jealous? If I'm working on, what?
How do you do those things?
So you what?
How do you do what's Zerizus for your Shemaim?
For your Shemaim?
For not being jealous.
For not being jealous? I'm going to daven from right now. Now, I'm going to say he should have millions of dollars. It's an act. It's just an action. It's take action now. That's a lot of it. If you want to remember what take action now is, get a tab. Take action now. Get a tab. So, yes, you might want to be using that one as your 3 words. Who knows? Everybody has whatever. Get action now on any area that you find difficulty. How can I make my difficulty into an action? If I'm jealous, how can I now daven for that person really quickly for the next minute? Okay, now take action now doesn't mean I have to do this next 5 years. It means right now I'm taking an action, or let's just say, I want to judge people favorably. I'm having a problem. Right now, I'm going to pick one person and I'm going to judge them favorably. I just saw them, that car, good in front of everybody else. Well, maybe he's running to the hospital. Maybe he's this. Right now, I'm taking an action to judge favorably. I haven't said I'm necessarily doing it my whole life and all the time and every minute, but right now I'm taking an action. And really, Zerizus is all about now. It's about forgetting the past and just doing now. And you say, well, I'm a lazy person. I can be joyful with Zerizus sometimes, right? When you're really excited about something, you can jump up and do it really fast. You have times when you have Zerizus. So you just say, I am not a lazy person. When I want and when I like something, when I want to do something, I'm going to jump and I'm going to do it. And even if I don't like it now, I'm going to jump and I'm going to do it. Okay. So it says here, what is behind this idea of Zerizus is that it is the marker of how much you love what you're doing. A lot of times. Okay, right? Like, oh God, or I have to do, go and daven with kavanah. Okay, So like, I said, no, I'm going to daven with kavanah. Okay, It helps
you're
me.
scaring us.
I said this was boot camp.
Exactly.
Somebody has to do this job. Yeah, it's all the good people. I'm always the bad cop. It's okay. Somebody has to do this job.
It's a fun one.
But it's fun. It's not like, oh no, I can't. It's just this minute. Take this minute and don't think about all the thousands of minutes ahead. Just this minute now, I'm going to take it and I'm going to do this with joyful zerizus. Meaning, if I'm going to say the next line, I'm going to say that with joyful zerizus. I can't promise the whole prayer with joyful zerizus, but I can do the next line, the Shema Yisrael, or one thing. I'm going to get into it and do it as if I would see somebody who's very happy doing what they're doing. I'm going to, as it fake it or pretend for those couple of seconds, and then you're going to become much more happy because it's like, wow, I could do that for 1 sentence. Okay, it doesn't mean you can do it for the whole thing. It just means that sometimes you're going to pick something and say, now I'm going to do something with joyful zerizus. What was I going to do next? Oh, I'm going to clean up this table with joyful zerizus. I'm going to call a friend and say sorry right now. Hello, I'm sorry right now, out of nowhere, without thinking about it too much. So for one of the that says here, it shows if we love our mitzvos. If we love our mitzvos, we want to do
It's
them
like doing
early.
the floors.
What?
It's like doing the floors. I remember you said once that Ashkenazim have a harder time like cleaning the house than Sephardim. And
Americans.
Americans. And that there's reasons that they have to like just clean out. They'll just do it.
Because they love it. They love
don't have to think
cleaning.
about it.
They love it. They're not thinking about should I or shouldn't I do the dishes? Shouldn't I or shouldn't I iron today? I could really be doing some chesed instead. It's like, finish the house. Don't do chesed. What's the problem? Okay. It's like, so when you love something, and that's an indication to Hashem if we love something. If we keep pushing it off and procrastinating, we're saying, I don't really like this mitzvah. It's just something I have to do. But it's saying, you know what? I want to be in peace with everybody. I'm going to call right now somebody and make peace with them. So another great word besides hinene is just start. Just start without thinking where it has to go. Just start. And I'm going to tell a beautiful story. This I just heard it last night, but I know the story from the book, from Incredible 2. If you read Incredible 2 by Rabbi Wallace, who's in charge of Arachim. Okay, he's an American, but he's been here in Israel. He's in charge of Arachim. He did tshuva years and years ago, and whatever he learned on the spot, he did. When they told him he had the house full of books, he got a car with a truck. The back of the thing. He went to the bookstore and just asked, "What book does a Jewish house need? Fill it up." The book guy was so happy, like he made his day, like he sold like half of the store. You know, the guy he didn't even know how to read. He didn't know what it was. He said, "Take it. Buy your house has to be full of svarim." Went, filled up the house with svarim. Okay, if you heard there was something you have to do it. Then he learned you have to do tshuva on anything that you stole. It's like, oy vey. Like what? Like didn't say oy vey. See, I was oy vey. He said, okay. Okay, what are we gonna do? So he wrote down a list. He sat down and wrote a list of everybody he stole from. Now, some things were 20 years earlier. He took cement. What was this? There was somebody building something 2 houses down. He stole a thing of cement. So, because he wanted to make his basketball court in his house, in his Renana or something like that. And he took it. He just, built it. He didn't tell them anything. Then he needed some. He said there was another place was making tiles, and they needed tiles. He said he needed 50 tiles for his basketball court. He took 50 tiles or 15. I don't remember what it was very expensive. He took those tiles and built. He didn't think anything about it. He had an orchard behind his house, and every time his friends were over, whether they just picked fresh oranges for his friends. He did this for years. Okay, so now he's saying, like, how in the world am I going to pay back oranges? How in the world am I going to pay back the cement? And how do I know? Is it like a long time ago, 10 years ago? How do I know who's building? How do I know who's making? But he wrote it down. His friend came over. He says, "What's this list?" He said, "This is a list of things that I stole and I have to give back." He says, "Come on. It's a long time ago. People don't even remember. Like, come on, you don't have to really do this." He says, "No." It says, "I have to do it. I'm doing this." He says, "So I wrote it down." He says, "How are you going to find them?" "I don't know, but I have to start." You start and you write the list. It doesn't mean you're going to do it today or tomorrow. You write the list. And tomorrow you say, maybe make one phone call to find out So when he told his friend that day, that he told his friend, when he said, what are you gonna, there was a truck outside. Look at the truck. He said, this truck looks familiar. He says, look, this truck, the logo looks familiar. And he goes up to it, he goes like, by any chance, I might be mixing up the 3 stories, but like anyway, but it's a part of one of the stories. He said, did you by any chance like build this house like 10 years ago or 3 years ago? Because yes. And he said, how much does cement cost? He goes, I don't sell cement. He goes, I know. How much cement? I don't sell cement. What are you bothering me? He goes, I want to know how much cement costs because I stole from you cement. Yeah, but he figured it out. He gave him a check. The same day, he says, also, he sees this old man outside. He goes, wait a minute. Like, I think that was the neighbor with the orchard. He goes, excuse me, we have orchard. He says, yeah. He says, I want to know, I stole like for, I don't know how many years from you, oranges. Like, I don't know how much that cost, but let's assume that. The guy said, you crazy? Because I know everybody stole from your oranges. Like, I know you stole from your oranges. But I was like, he said, I know, but I done tshuva. And I done tshuva and I had to pay back for this. And he paid him some amount. Okay. So, and this guy says, he called his children over, this old man. He said, you won't believe this guy. He called the children over. You have to come over and you have to hear about this story that this guy's paying me back. And he found out also about the tiles. And he went to the person, oh no, that guy with the tiles who invited the children. He went to the guy with the tiles and he said, I want to tell you, do you ever, you built something then and I stole 50,000. Because you know what you did to me? It's impossible to find those other tiles. You can't buy just like 15 tiles. You know how difficult you made my life at that point? And he said, well, I'm really sorry, I really want to pay you. And he paid a lot of money and did tshuva. And he called his family, but you won't believe this. These people, but anyway, all he said was, just start, make the list. Hashem sees you're so into it that you really want to change in some area. He's going to help you. And I've mentioned this before, but I remember people used to leave stuff in my house when they were slept over, bachrim and all kinds of stuff. And so they put in bags here and there until my husband started telling them before they ever put down their bags that you have 1 month to call us. If you don't call us, whatever you lost, it's hefker, right? So then from then on, we were okay. But before that, we had stuff. And so one guy came one time and he had left shorts. So I'm like, I don't remember his name. I don't know who it is, but I remember that he was a brother of somebody, whatever. And I said, I'm going to put this in the bag and I'm writing this down. These shorts. That week, he knocked on the door, or his friend, one of them knocked on the door, goes, do you remember? He goes, the shorts.
Came back with shorts?
He was visiting Tzfat again. And no, stop. He wanted to say hello because of the last time. He goes, you won't believe this. It's your friend's shorts. Please, can you give it to him? I couldn't believe this minute that I decided something. Hashem helped me. So just start. Make a list. Just start the first dish. Just start the first phone call to try to decide what you're going to do, whatever. Just start and make up the name of your book. If you're writing a book, just make the name, or write the title of the chapter or something. Just start. That may be 2 words you might choose. Just start, okay? And focus on what you can, not what you can't. Focus on what you can. Because a lot of times I can't do this, I'm not smart enough, I can't do this, I don't have enough money, I can't do this, I don't have enough knowledge about this, I can't do this, I don't have enough help. Just say, focus on what you can do. I can do this alone, help 1 person. I can do this alone, call 10 people on the phone. That's what I can do. Focus on what you can, don't focus on what you cannot do. So going back again to this Zerizus, is that there was Abraham. He says, by Ashkem, he got up early in the morning, even though, right, he had to sacrifice Yitzchak. He could have said, I'll wait a couple of hours. Yitzchak will be alive for another couple of hours. Same thing with Moshe Rabbeinu. He said, you have to kill the Midianites. And he didn't say, well, I'll wait another couple of months because I'll only die after that, after I finish. So I'll start a little late. I'll give me a couple more months to live. He said, right on there, he got up and he did it. Because if you love Hashem, you're going to do it as soon as possible, okay? As soon as you can, you want to show Hashem that you love his mitzvot. And that's really when it says that Hashem gave all those curses because we didn't lo avadu with Hashem b'simcha. It's not that we just weren't happy in our lives. That we didn't serve Hashem with simcha. We didn't enjoy the mitzvot. They're saying, try to enjoy your mitzvot. You know what's behind it. And the way of enjoying it is taking action first. jumping up and doing it, jumping out and getting something, doing it the first thing in the morning. Wow, I did that. Okay. So it says here, what are things that people are sometimes lazy about? Okay, it says also it's the beginning of all midos. It's the beginning of everything. You want to work on this, that's the beginning of that. Okay. So it says the same thing. When I'm pushing something, I push it up, I push it up, I push it up. On the fifth time it falls on the floor. Which one was the most important? Push. The first one. Okay, because it started the process. Now, even you'll say maybe the last one is the most important because that's what actually got it off the table. But it wouldn't have happened if the first person didn't start. So like the same thing, sometimes you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if you can finish, but you can at least push the first start, the first step, one small step for, whatever.
Mankind.
What is it? How is it? One small
step for man.
One giant step for man. So the same thing, it's the same thing for us. One small step for us will lead to a giant step for all of Am Yisrael, right? It'll do something, that we do. So it says here, that's why I said there's many things in the what do you call it? In the Pirkei Avos and other places, right? We know that the famous thing in the, on your.
Why?
No,
Why?
It's 4:30.
No.
no, it's not time yet.
No,
We have
no,
until 6.
no,
We have
no.
until 6. We have until 6.
No. Why?
Okay, but it's not even 4:30 yet.
Go.
So no, you should go and
No,
then
go,
we're
go,
gonna
go.
finish the class. You
We're
should
not
go.
going anywhere.
Go.
We're not going anywhere.
Why? Go beside.
We have 30 minutes until 5.
Why?
At 5 to 5,
No,
we'll figure
it's
it
just
out.
6 o'clock. We're scheduled.
At 5 to 6, 5 to 5, we'll figure out what's happening.
Why did we just go? Just to be off the
Until 6 o'clock.
Why?
Okay, well, I'll keep. Okay, so we have other words here that will help us. It's just now. I will just do this now. Meaning I don't promise to do this forever. Just now or just today.
It's like
What?
It's like מכורים אלכוהוליסטים,
Yes.
Only today.
Only today, because once you do something again and again, it makes it much easier
Rabbi
to
Nachman
do it.
says every second.
Every second, you say just now, yeah. The butterfly effect, she's saying, yeah. Exactly. You start quickly, then you have the next thing. Also, you finish something really fast. Go, oh, that only took me 2 minutes. Once I was at high energy, I already, yes.
The only thing we have is right now.
That's right. That's right. Exactly. Exactly. Don't think of before. Focus on right now. You'll be very happy. We're focusing on what we cannot do, and we're focusing on what we did not do. So we're very sad and we're depressed. But we say, I'm focused on now. What can I do now?
It's a present to be present.
Yes, it's a present to be present. I'll give, and even just once, and I'm going to give a story that's just once, and just how powerful it was. This, I forgot, Rabbi Shlomo Farhi told this story. And he said there was a Rav in the jail system in Israel, and the jails that he was going to were all Jews or whatever, at least the section he was going to. And he was teaching Torah to the guys were all willing, and everybody came out to hear a shiur. And there was one guy who never came out. It was like in one of his cells, and he never came out. So he asked, I don't know, the warden or whatever. People goes, "Is that guy Jewish?" He goes, "Yeah, he's Jewish." She said, "So how come he never comes out?" He says he's a lifer. I mean, he's in there for life. He can't get out to good behavior. Nothing. He's violent. If you go in there, he attacks social workers. He attacks this. He says, "I want to go in." He goes, "It's very dangerous." He goes, "Come in with me. Whatever, you come, you'll stand where I'll come in." He comes in, he sits next down to the guy, and he says, "My name is so and so." I don't know if he asked him what his name was or not. He said, "I teach Torah. I teach about Abraham and Yitzchak and Yaakov. These are your forefathers. Do you want to hear about them?" So, okay. So he starts teaching the Torah. He's just sitting down, he's just teaching him Torah, and 45 minutes goes by, and he didn't attack, didn't anything, didn't yell, didn't whatever. He was like, okay. He says, "Do you mind if I put on your tefillin?" Tefillin is like our connection to, "Do you mind?" He goes, "No, go ahead." So he pulls up his sleeve, and on the sleeve, under the sleeve is a tattoo of a naked woman. So now the rabbi's not really sure if he should put a tefillin on, like what's he supposed to do? Like
Maybe he was left-handed.
it didn't work, whatever. And he's like sitting there, and he's like, what should I do? And again, he says, you know what, Hashem, if it's an Aveira, I'm taking it upon myself. This guy should have the opportunity to put on tefillin. So he puts on that, tries to like cover it up as much as possible so it can't be seen. And I guess the guy saw like his response a little bit, whatever. But he was totally cool with it. He liked it. He said, next day he said, do you mind if I come again tomorrow? He said, yeah, come. It's because he tried once, just once. He comes back the next day and he's looking, and the guy's arm is all scraped up. He used a rock to scrape off the tattoo so that he could put on the tefillin.
Wow.
He liked it so much.
He realized that it wasn't appropriate, and that that's what but the Rav just came in once. And he showed him, somebody said, you don't have the guts. Why don't we do things sometimes? Because we don't have ometz. Ometz is guts. Ometz is a courage to try something for the first time. So just do it once. Worst comes to worst, I fail. Right now I fail by not doing it. Worst comes to worst, I fail. So what? They'll laugh at me. They'll say, well, she's crazy lady. What she asking me to do? Don't try putting on tefillin on everybody, but but you could try something else, you could try, man could try that, you'll try something else, how about would you like this little book of Tehillim, would you like that? You could try something that you haven't had courage to do, or courage to say, or to say, I'm sorry. Just call and say, just call. You'll be surprised, maybe the person will yell at you, maybe they won't yell at you, but you know that you tried it once. Then you might want to try it again, okay, if it didn't work, but just try it once. It says, take action. Now we said that already. So it says here, and another 2 words. Why not? Why not? Somebody offers you a certain kind of mitzvah you've never done before, okay? Or you thought, oh, I don't know, tikkun chatzot, you've never done it. There's no one told you have to do it for the rest of your life or anything like that. Once. Or waking up nates early in the morning. Once. Right? Maybe I'll go try this idea once. What? I'll try it. Why not? Usually, why yes. Don't use why yes. Use why not. Okay? But someone gives you an offer for some kind of, an opportunity, a new mitzvah that you haven't thought about. Why not? I'll try it once. Maybe it'll go. Maybe it won't go. Okay? But this idea of taking action and having courage, and that's what it says in the Pirkei Avos. So we all know this one is in the very, very beginning of the Shulchan Aruch. Where did I put it? Here. Yes. Rabbi Yehuda ben Tema Omer in Pirkei Avos, 5th parak, number 22. Heve az kanamer, right? You should be like, like a leopard, okay, or tiger. Like you should be like, have oz, which means like you should have courage, okay. You should be kal kanesher. You should be swift and easy, like an eagle. Okay. You should be ras kitzvi. You should run like a deer. Okay. And gibor kari, courageous or strong, whatever, like a lion. Lasov retzon avicha shebashamayim. These are the aspects, and these are all the aspects of zrizut. Meaning sometimes you're heavy, right? Because the world is holding you down. So just jump up and say, I'm going to be light. I'm going to do this as a feather. Okay? Even if you're depressed, I'm going to be not depressed for 2 minutes. Okay? You go back and being depressed after 2 minutes. Okay? For those 2 minutes, you're going to decide, I'm not, for 2 minutes, I think I can handle being smiling. For 2 minutes. Okay? And then do that thing for 2 minutes. Then maybe another 2 minutes later on. Okay? And sometimes that just be light. And sometimes I'm heavy. My kids say, you're so hungry. I never go to Tiyul. I never, whatever, that kind of parent, like old. But I love what I do. What I do love. So this idea, whatever you can do, that even something new, that you didn't find it so fascinating before, jump up and do it. Same thing, try this from your bed, from the morning. Just jump up and go.
But 12 minutes, wait, 12 seconds, we need to Relax, if you jump.
Well, that's also, if you can jump, if you can relax, but this also, do it right now, relax now. Take your first breaths and do that right away.
It's dangerous.
Whichever it is, if it's dangerous for you, don't jump out and don't jump out the window. Don't do anything dangerous, but
No, what she's saying is.
you have
when
to breathe first.
Open your eyes, and you should actually not make any big
Okay,
moves like that.
So breathe first so you don't, do something dangerous to your body, but first breathe, but in that breath, have the thought. You have a zealous thought that I'm doing this to be the beginning of my day. I'm doing this, it's like I'm aware of it, and then I'm going to like jump out and go and do what I have to do. And I'm going to try to do it with like quickness and joyful zerizus. It said make a list, it says, of things you need to do with joyful zerizus. You have to write, not just like iron with joyful zerizus. Okay, make a phone call with joyful zerizus. Okay, so you're trying to add to it the fact that I'm going to do it like with more energy, and you might have to first do energy. And so the more energy you have, by the way, and the happier you are, the more everything else is going to be more successful. The happier I am, I can get a better apology. I can do a better apology to somebody. Okay, because I'm concentrating and I'm focused, and I can do it with much better, from a better place. So that we're trying to solve a problem with more energy. You're coming from a much better place when you're trying to solve that problem. So if you don't know what to do, anything is these other coaches. They're like jump first if you can. If you can't jump, it's dangerous. Then do arm exercise or whatever. Get your heart a little bit moving, and then do the phone call, or then do a decision, or make a decision, whatever. Just having that more energy will help. So it says, and don't say when I'll have time, I'll do it, because we know it may never come up. You may never have time. And that when you push something off, it's too late. You pass the time of tefillah, you pass the time of this, you pass the time of that. You can't do this anymore. You can't say the bracha achrona because it's already too late. Whatever, when you push things off, just say, maybe I'll do it right now. Do it right now, and just, it doesn't have to be every time, but sometimes say, I'm going to do the bracha right now. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay. So it says here, what kind of things would it be that you wouldn't do? Okay. One of the things that you sometimes not zariz, I'm for sure not this, is go ask a rav. All right, I'll call him next week. Just get a number of a rav that you're comfortable with. Do that as soon as possible. And you have a question, call now. And we all push it off so we have 10 questions together. He doesn't care if you're calling with 10 questions together or once a week, another question, Just call now with the questions, finish it. I'm really bad at this, but I'm telling you. But you might be better than me. So anyway, but let's just call and ask the question. Then you have no question for the next week, okay? So whatever it is. Okay. Another thing that person does is sometimes, they don't want to wash your hands now, so you don't get up, you don't wash your hands, you're not supposed to touch it, just wash it. This guy says, just do this, okay? It says also, like we said, the same thing is sometimes when you're suffering, right? You're suffering from something that Hashem, Yisurim or whatever, and you're having a hard time with Hashem. Also that, at that moment, has reasons to say, Hashem loves me. Even though you're really having a hard time, you have to have the zrizu to say, Hashem loves me, or this is for my own good, even though you're not there and you're not feeling that completely. But if you can jump up and say it, or without jumping, you could just say, Hashem loves me. It takes zrizu to say Hashem loves me when you're in the middle of feeling really down. To say, Hashem loves me. Or say, I need to apologize. I'm going to apologize right now to my husband. Wait, can I finish eating? No, I have to say this now. Okay. So there are times you should think before you act, but for the most part, the most part, that's not our problem. Our problem is not acting. It's not the thinking. We think way too much and we don't act enough.
We say the wrong things.
Sometimes we say the wrong things. So then we have to figure out, like, if we know, that's another thing of having these reasons. If I know every single time this happens to me, I say this or say that, then I have to plan now. What are the other alternatives? Instead of saying A, B, and C, I can say A, B, and C. Okay, if I know that many times I repeat myself in the same kind of wording, the same kind of reaction, like I. I'll just tell you, I volunteer for a hotline. They were called La Nefesh. Okay, it's a Hebrew hotline. Now they also have but La Nefesh Kedreshenu. They changed their name to Lichyot, to live. They changed it from, I guess La Nefesh sounded too depressing. I'm not sure what it was. Or someone had psychiatric problems. So they changed it to Lichyot. Now, a lot of times I'm just not in the mood to answer that phone. I have like certain hours, like not that many hours even, but I have like an hour here or an hour there. I'm like, it's like at 8 o'clock and I see it says La Nefesh. I never change it to Lichyot. I'm like, Oy, Lichyot. My kid said I should answer that. Baruch Hashem. I was like, okay. Oy, Lichyot, Baruch Hashem. Hello, what's your Sarah? It actually helped me. When I added after the oil Lichyot, Baruch Hashem, I changed it a little bit instead of like, oh yeah, like Baruch Hashem, I'm alive. I can answer this phone call. Okay, so it's like it makes a whole difference in your attitudes in 1 second. Okay. What else is here?
It's all in our mind.
It's all in our mind, but sometimes it's in our mind so long because there was no action.
Right.
If we're just taking action, it wouldn't be in our mind so long. We'd have passed it and done it already and put a V next to it. It's we think so much about what could happen, right? The example given in the book on all the Musar is that the person said, you think this is ridiculous. I can't go out because there might be a lion out there. You know, and I can't go out there because there might be another line somewhere. Like there's no line in your city, you know. Like I can't go out.
There might be COVID. I
might get this, or I might see somebody that I might be embarrassed from, or I might have to say something that I don't want to say. Like you have a whole plan of all the negative things that are going to happen to you. So like just forget it. Like cross it out and say, I'm just going out and Hashem is going to help me. And that was the whole point. Just said, pray to Hashem that he should help you. Okay. So like we said, some of the things that we are lazy in is to run after righteousness, right? Run after doing the right thing and to run after truth. Like sometimes we lie a little bit. We say a little bit of mistake instead of saying, oh, I made a mistake. Oh, that wasn't true what I just said. Also that we have to like run after it because we're lazy to run after this because it's very hard after we've done some things. Like I said, to judge people favorably, to try to know Hashem better, to know his halacha more. It's hard for us, it brings us down. So we just say, I don't have to do a lot. I can do 1 minute today. I'm not even promising I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna do 1 minute today. And then another day you say, you know what can I do with Zerizus now? I can do 1 more minute of that book. I don't have to, people think they have to do 10 minutes, an hour. Same thing with a kever. When I say I'm a kever hopper, I'm really a kever hopper. Meaning I come in 1 minute, I'm out. you know, you have to go to kever, you be there for an hour and say everything. And you don't know, you can go in, drop in, and walk in for a minute, say a couple things, and walk out. It doesn't have to be so long, everything that we think that we have to do. It can be short and sweet, and then maybe they'll bring us to longer and more kavana, etc. But the idea is to be very short. So I'm going to now say, what else did I have? So just now, just once, do with joyful zerizus, go above and beyond. There's another one, go above and beyond. Take action now. Yes, hineni. Okay, everybody tell me what you picked. We'll start from, I don't know, from the front, from the back.
Why not?
Why not? Okay.
I should tell you one?
Yeah.
Okay. Kavana.
Kavana. Okay, great.
Ivdu et Hashem l'simcha.
Ivdu et Hashem l'simcha. Esther?
So happy that.
So happy that. Good.
I wrote like improve my listening, but
That's not improve my listening. So it's sad though, if you make it one word, if you can improve my listening to something short, it'll be easier to actually do it. I say like listen or something or whatever. So that you in the middle of the day you say listen. So it's like if you have a little reminder, if you have a little hint, that'll get you on your way, rather than say, I have to listen. It's like it's long, and you're listening to your own muster. But listen, okay. Yeah.
To play this music inside me. You do it
Very good.
every time I feel like that. You do it Hashem the same for me.
Right, right. Okay, okay. We didn't get yet. You have something yet? Welcome.
Choose life.
Choose life. Great, great.
Shake it off.
Shake it off. That'd be, I don't,
Sees a good sign.
what?
Sees a good sign. Sees a good sign.
See a good sign, okay. See a good sign. What?
Get over it.
Get over it, great. Trust me.
Hashem is here.
Hashem is here, very good. Just start. Do it now.
I did it 37, but make phone calls.
Oh, make phone calls, okay, very nice, very good, very good.
Yeah, good job.
Yes. Inani, I can do it.
Don't drag.
Don't trade. Dee.
Drag. Drag.
You did? Did I miss it? Did you say? You did you say? What? Oh, trust me, right, I'm sorry. Okay, Karen. One step, great. Not when, great. Be happy.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Don't worry. Bend the way back, anybody? Malka.
Just do it.
Just do it, okay? Anybody? Yes. What? I love music, okay. Hashem loves me.
Me? I did already. I like it again.
What? Hineni. Okay, thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies. Use your words to get you doing Hashem. Next one step will bring you to a lot of many happy steps. Bezrat Hashem. I don't know what we're supposed to do.